But no, I have high anxiety, so when he's all over the place, I'm just like, come on, Bo, don't go run up to random people's houses. Don't go sniffing this. Just hurry up and do your thing. I don't like the cold, blah blah blah. But here I am sounding like a 12-year-old child. Yeah, oh no, he's on a leash. Oh no, he's on a leash. We may live in a townhome, but there's still enough cars and people and other things. He would just run loose. I would have no way. He's faster than I am. For a dog who's small, he's actually quick, and I don't have the energy to keep up with him. But as long as my mom's okay, she's doing a lot better. My brother is making sure of that. She had, well, of course she has her room, but she doesn't use it anymore. She stopped ever since Bo really started to get older, grow up, and my mom babied him. He just wanted to be downstairs where the food was and watch out the window, and you know how that went. And then eventually, before my dad passed away, she just kept having to, in the middle of the night, go downstairs to the point where now it's permanent. So, thank you for the biddies. So she just lives on the couch, basically, which kind of sucks. That can't be good for her body and her age. I mean, I did it. I did it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, my house was close to part of yours, but only had like what is it, two bedrooms upstairs, and then like a bath.
Yeah.
So it was part of the like size of like your house, but it had like that last room, like the first floor where the living room was. And just what
Yeah.
the living room facing the streetway, and then like it had like an open area by with a dining table in it, and the cabinet that was like the side of the house, and then there was the kitchen. With like a stairs, two stairs, one that led to the second floor, and one that led to like the back door in the basement. But like, freaking like, for some odd reason, I never really asked her this, but I was wondering to myself like, she has a room upstairs. Why not just get rid of the bunk bed, get an actual bed, and just sleep upstairs in that room? But no, for like, as far as I'm aware, ever since the divorce, she's been sleeping and using that living room as kind of her bedroom.
Yeah, I mean, I slept on the couch for most of a good portion of my life due to, you know, the four of us and us not having the room. By the time my
Pretty
brothers
much,
and I were
yeah.
growing up, I got shoved out of the freaking room. And then
Like I
Denny
want to
moved
say
out.
pretty much that like the layout of her house is pretty much almost the same layout as your house. It might be a little bit more smaller considering what is it? Their backyard is longer than yours. Yeah, it's a little bit more longer. Hence why I think what is it in your first floor there was a little extra room that was like your dad turned to an office and I guess afterwards like a guest bedroom. That was like right there in the dining room area, right before you went to the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then of course you guys had like what is it, the little like mini back area, and then the extra bathroom down the first floor, and then the bathroom upstairs as well.
Yep.
But it was like the same thing where
Yeah.
like upstairs only had like the two rooms and that was it. Now, I'm not sure if she had an attic.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's interesting now because we have high ass ceilings now and a fucking skylight. Something I was never ever used to having in my house or in my parents.
Well, it could be your house depending what happens in the future.
Uh, I don't think I plan on buying this house. If my mom's moving out, I'm moving out. I mean, if worse comes to worse and I have to stay here for some time, fine. But I don't think that's it. But we'll see.
I know the biggest issue just of being a homeowner is too come every few months, the mortgage and the property tax. The property tax, I want to say, is paid every 6 months, depending where you're located,
Hmm.
or just like the general area location of your house. It depends on the tax. Like I want to say here, it's real late right now, but we're trying to get the money for it. It's between like like roughly between like $3,000 to $4,000 every 6 months for the property tax. I remember with Danielle, one time the mom brought up hers, and like I don't know if Cameron's parents pay the same, but like being like right there in that one block close to the library, they pay
Yeah.
$6,000 in property tax.
I. Hmm. Okay. Why did you go blank? That's what it tends to do sometimes. Go black.
I
Why
think
did
you
you
don't have
go?
enough badges to run me.
No. First off, my Japanese ruby is beat. Just needs to beat the Elite Four. Two, Colosseum doesn't have badges. No. Nintendo. Also, I love that one of the icons has Sonic on it. Like, are we just advertising that you're not a fan of Nintendo by jailbreaking something that's made by Nintendo? Thank you for the Masetta in my face. Make it rain hellos on me. Hello, like, emotes. Cute. I don't know what this is. Why do I have two dicks? Why do I have two dicks? Whatever that means. What disc is this? Ah, I don't know what this disc is. Besides, I guess ads for other games. I don't know why I had both versions of this expanded disc. I don't know if this is an ad. I just gotta figure out why. Ah, here we go. Here you go, Irving.
It's working?
Yeah, here's the initial like. I. This is, I think, where you get celebi, I believe, because it's reminiscent of the shrine in Gold and Silver, ish. They also have like a flute item in this game that instant purifies enemies, kind of like it's just it's based. A lot of this also came out, I think, around the time Pokemon Forever also came out. Because Celebi, yeah, it's a very big deal at the time. Same with Jirachi.
Oh
I think
yeah.
Wishmaker also came out around the time, which is why we got the Jirachi event one.
Yeah, 'cause I remember we went to GameStop. I think I had to connect to like their Wi-Fi for the mystery gift for Karachi, and then download it in the shop.
Yep.
Or in the store, I should say.
Yeah. Yep. And then, yes. What does this do? What does this button do? What are you? Who are you? What are you? When are you? Why are you? What are you? Hello, Celebi. Hi, how are you? I don't know what you're telling me, Celebi. I don't really know what you're telling me. I don't know what any of that did. Is this Poke Coupon shit? Yes, it is. I can tell by the icon. What does that mean? Hi, Celebi. Okay. I think that's me receiving them. Because that's two now.
There he is. Can you just imagine if he came out shiny?
Ah! That'd be great. That'd be fantastic. Because I would love that. Because I could
Are
easily
those
redo...
shiny ones? Do you know? Or can it be longer shiny?
I'm not sure. I know Colosseum Here's a fun fact. Colosseum's Pokemon shadows are free. You can get them shiny, if I recall. If I remember from watching the YouTuber who did this originally, he mentioned that Gale of Darkness is locked. I would have to look up on this stuff
Yeah.
for Celebi. So, hold on. Let me even look up that info, though.
'Cause I remember, like, what our high school days, freaking Jirachi and Celebi were like a bigger deal over Mew.
Meaning that, oh, okay. Colosseums are shiny locked? Pokemon shiny locked are coded not to appear shiny in the wild. Trades are Pokemon Colosseum. The odds of finding shiny are there are no way to increase the odds. Wait. Are they shiny locked to shadows or can you get them afterward? Like, I thought they said that you could. No, you legally can't. It's shiny lock me. Oh, nope. Never mind. Nope. Pokemon Celebi. Hold on. Let me ask that better. Yeah, I know you can get the shiny one in the Crystal eShop version, the virtual shop version.
Yeah.
I don't know if you. I don't see anything on. Hello, I don't see anything on this one. Hello,
Okay.
but I knew that Gen 2's one you can.
So yeah, a buddy of mine bought me Phasma, so if you ever want to run it, I'm down.
We can this October.
Alright, sweet. I'll keep it
I know.
downloaded.
I know I haven't played it since it first came out when me and Tom played it. So I know I've seen it's been heavily updated since.
Yeah.
Because it had nothing. It was still like beta-ish looking. It was still very Garbo. And it had like no... But it was still fun. It was just very buggy and still... Now I'm sure it's a lot better looking. Better... It's a lot more
I haven't had any issues
fleshed
with it at
out.
all.
And it's still like one of those like games that looks like it's made by a couple people, so it's not going to be like a freaking AAA game by any means, but it definitely released like when it released it was pretty just nothing, bare bone with like a couple ghosts and that's it. Now they added a lot more fucking lore, a lot more items, a lot more ghosts.
Kind of how, like, what is it,
I've been killed by a mare 4 fucking
I
times.
forget what, I think it's called, like, 7 Days to Die or something, that one zombie game.
That's one.
Yep.
Yes. That is one of them. You
I-
love potatoes?
I-
Nice.
'Cause I know I played back in the PS4 when it was still work, I checked out a library copy, and I played it, and it looked like shit. It was like, alright, what is this? Is it just like a,
Calm down.
Minecraft knockoff with zombies in it? It's like I couldn't really follow the story. I was kind of like confused. I just went around in the free mode, trying to like fix up the broken ass houses I found where I spawned in the beginning. And then fucking like I seen like what is it the person I see on YouTube that Connor and Iron Mouse playing the latest version of it, and apparently it got like a major update where like the graphics was a lot better. It looks like an actual console game.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I have to do this for 48 shadow Pokemon. And yes, I got the Japanese file working. Because mine, I had to make a virtual Japanese memory card, which I didn't realize I didn't do, which I thought I did. Because I even went into the folder that has already pre-made, where it's English, Japanese, and European, and I saw that one had said memory in there, and I don't know what, but my file, I found it, it said 2025, and then I was like, you know what, let me back it up, and then put this one on it, and it worked. The game's loaded with every shadow Pokemon got completely purified, and that's how I'm getting this now. And you get one Celebi, I believe, for every shadow, plus one. Or something like that. Or just 48. And it's... You can go buy one. Again, I don't have cookies for you. Or I don't just give cookies out. What do you do for me in return besides paying me money? I don't has cookie. Why don't you go as T? Little twiddle. Also, T made a Discord, by the way, Irving. If you care, I know you don't use it regularly. It's just nice that she's still willing to be here after all that happened. And has moved on and actually hasn't been too hard over it, distressed over it. She's a good girl, doesn't need all that crap. I hope her mom's okay, though. Oh, my head. So how did King's stream go last night, Mercer? No, not Mercer did. A friend that I met Mercer from did. King Slayer, the guy I raided yesterday. I was just wondering how the rest of his stream went. Mercer just likes to go silent, though.
Yeah, I went quiet for a bit. Like, I booted off fucking Pokemon Go and that weird Valentine's Day thing from Sword and Shield DLC for the Landorus trio spawned in my gym. 4 people joined the raid, and I'm like, fuck it, can I make it? But I didn't make it in time.
For me, you can. I don't know what I can give. I don't want anything. You can go buy a cookie, though. Oy. Smellaby, Smellaby, oh, where art thou, Smellaby?
It's over 9,000!
Yes. No, it's 48 Shadow, or 48 Celebis, not 9,000.
Please, now, thanks to this, you don't have to effing replay to a Colosseum now.
Yeah, and a Japanese. And I also will own the copy and a memory card just to feel even more comfortable about it.
Yeah. Also, hopefully, your copy of Tail comes in soon. Cause I was surprised how quickly mine came in. Cause you ordered it last night, right?
I did both the same day. I just had to
I was
cancel.
surprised.
I just had to cancel the accidental one because I almost shipped 2 to my house. Well, I was trying to swap to my actual credit card because I was trying to save some money on my debit card. However, I think I fucked myself on that, as I might go over.
Uh-oh.
Not by much, as I've paid a bit. I paid some off. I just need to wait for that to go through, but I don't think it's going to be enough because I put quite a bit on it. Yeah, I'm very bad with money.
So hopefully, whatever you get from the ads helps out a little bit.
I mean, it does. It's just I don't get paid enough, and every month to where I kind of really notice it. It kind of gets drowned out, and it probably gets used within the day I get it. Like, I don't know. My spending is sporadic. I'm trying to slow down on.
Yeah.
I just got paid, and then I want to wait till next week to where I actually get my overtime paycheck, because last week I didn't work any, and that drops me a good $200. So overtime brings me up to about $900, a little over that. So I try to work as much OT as I can, as it brings me from 700 to nearly 1,000.
Because tomorrow, are you doing overtime tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm working tomorrow, yes. But that again applies to next week's check.
Yeah.
I just gotta wait. Hopefully, wait for that to come in. That'll bring me a bit up, and then I can pay off a bit more on my credit card. And then I wanted to get this stuff out of the way, so that way once my mom's a little bit better, because we haven't done it yet. Yes, we procrastinate a shit ton, but I still have time. I just want to get it all done. My license needs to get renewed, and I need to get all the flights and everything.
Yeah.
I've been talking about it with her, so it's not like we're sitting on our asses. It's just things keep happening, work, and then this.
No, that's not understandable. But at least on the bright side of the credit card, at least with this, will help you build your credit.
Yeah, because my mom wanted to get new windows. She had to get the new internet. There's just a lot that's been happening. And then the hospital. She went to the hospital, and the family was over for holidays. There was just a lot of so I haven't really had time to do anything. I'd rather go and get this done on a weekday rather than a weekend. Get home from work, just go and do it. Or if it's a weekend, fine, but I'd rather not. I'd rather just get it done with. And then my license, that is. Weekends are going to be annoying, if anything. But whatever happens comes to worst. Then I have my dentist appointment, and it's just, nah. I just never got around to it. Me and my mom procrastinate a lot, but I can't be doing that on that. Because I don't really understand what would be good for pricing, and so I'm gonna have my mom help me with all that. I don't know if she knows, but she would know better than me.
I'm kind of like in the same boat in a moment, cause like pretty much my checkup I need to get done and get looked at. It's on hold for the moment.
Yeah.
Cause stuff keeps on coming in. Cause what is it? Recently my mom already had to pay the freaking the heating and the electric bill. She didn't pay it fully. She only paid a part of it, and then she had to pay fully the phone bill and the internet bill.
Mm-hmm.
Which usually it wasn't such a big deal, but now that she actually got us home internet, because originally our cell phone bill was it's originally was $80, but since we were like not paying it with digital currency and we're paying it with cash, they charged us $5 extra to go to the store and pay it that way. And so because of that, I think I want to say with the internet bill it went up to 135. Then we gotta pay $10 extra when we pay it in stores, so it goes up to $145 for paying for both the phone bill and the internet bill.
Yeah.
I know yesterday the mama asked me like how I've been feeling. I'm like good. The pain's pretty much non-existent for the moment. I still have to be careful the way I move, because if I move and move a certain way, then it will hurt. I told her like even for the moment the pains I was feeling from laying down there, I pretty much went away. Just here and there, I'll probably feel a small prick, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I no longer feel the pains of getting up and feeling like the soreness around my midsection. So I'm happy about that. So hopefully for the moment things are nice and calm and it doesn't get worse. Like the only thing I had a big deal with is moments where I feel those spells of weakness and I just knock out.
Yeah. I hate you. Menu. Stop. Hi, celebi. I don't know what number you are, but hi.
Oh, and I was able to go into the Monster Hunter beta thing last night.
Nice.
Don't know why. I don't know if they got their timing thing wrong, but like the little image they posted on Facebook and Twitter, were like, "Oh, the beta starts at 7 p.m." It was a lie. It started around 10 p.m.
I don't know what option that is for. Is that to send shit to my? Is that to send coupons to my game? I'll try that. I don't know. Something about the GBA is all I know. They don't have letters for that. It's weird to me. I know some things are gonna appear in English, but it's just weird to me. They have entire text for things. I mean, yes, names, maybe not, but they also do. Then there are also like certain names too will be written like in Japanese lettering, like the official translation for Japanese names. Also, the Japanese names are entirely different than American names or the Americans' dubbings. Ugh. Like Kakaroto. Like you only get that in Japan, not in the the dub, English dub for Dragon Ball. It's like, what's with these weird quirks? Anime's always been like that. It'd be nice to know full Japanese. Then I can actually watch the Japanese and listen to it, not just read it.
Yeah, but I know it is what is it, a hard language to learn. It's fucking the Connor guy I watched, and like through him I discovered it's pretty something. He's another British guy that lives in Japan. I think they've been there for years, but at times they so much still struggle with like some basic Japanese. Remember when the Studio Ghibli released a whole new movie like last year or so? It was something about like a boy and a bird or some kind of bird. Remember the name of the movie? The Connor guy saw it in theaters in Japanese. He was somewhat able to follow it, but he was still kind of lost. And he's been in Japan for God knows how many years now.
Yeah, it's understandable. Let's just pull a Frank West and pick up a book. I mean, that book taught him basic Japanese. It's not enough. That's a very fast translation. Just pick up a book, read it, boom, no basic Japanese. Wish it was that easy.
I know, right?
I wish because if that's the case, I'd be multilingual. Like I'd be whatever the fuck more than trilingual. So I'll just say multilingual for the lack of whatever the. Yes. Hold on.
Hello?
Hello.
Irving, are you having any troubles with PlayStation Network?
Kind of. Ish. Some reason saying I'm offline when I'm online.
Yeah. Yeah, it's doing the same thing to me too. It keeps putting me appearing offline.
But so far, anything like network-wise. Looks like it won't let me connect to Apex.
No, there's no room over here. Go sit by the door. No. Over there. Go sit by the door. Or sit right there. One of the two. That worked there? Yeah, Mercer,
What's up?
I just checked on my settings. Yeah, there's something going on with the network. I tested the PSN connection.
Yeah, that's weird.
Sit down by the door. Go sit by the door or sit right there.
Hoodler. Nudes.
Welcome back.
Welcome forward.
Huh.
My note.
It looks like PSN is down.
Oh no!
Wait, that mean you cannot play the beta right now?
Now is the time to play GameCube Online. Every freaking console launcher thing that you have to fucking get working, PS2 and GameCube's, Dreamcast, all were fucking pains in the ass. All of which mainly were for Phantasy Star and Final Fantasy 11. God, I think PS2s, and my dad had the hardest time with PS2s, and I think GameCube's launcher bullshit. Their service. Oh, it was awful. Even now, you could still play 11 though. It's still active on Steam though. It is live. It'd be nice to play, but I couldn't. The combat just did not feel right to me. I know it's an MMO. I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't even feel like a typical Final Fantasy. It doesn't feel like how 14 would either. I know that's a more modernized one with like quick buttons, like a typical game like WoW or whatever, but like if I recall 11 didn't really have, it felt more like how 12 looked, considering 12 came after. It felt like how that with the line, I remember having like that line and it had like a weird attack. I don't know. It definitely did not feel like how 14 does, which is a shame, but I never got into it. I just wish I got more into MMOs, but I don't. I always see some badass raid boss fights, and I'm just like, eh.
For me, that pulls me off is just having a paid subscription apart from paying.
Yes, that too.
To play it.
That too. That and the overwhelming amount of items. That and the hotkeys, if games have that. Just, I don't know. I like farming and things, but I feel like MMOs kind of just leave you mindless. And that bores me. Like, that gives me too much to do. I want more of a concrete goal. Like, PSO is as fine and small as you're gonna get for me. Like, giggity. When it comes to MMO, because it doesn't have very big maps, and it's just basic play with your friends. Boom. And only 4 people. And unless you're playing the sequel. But it's just like, it was comfortable. And its combat was a lot better, despite it not aging well either. Ooh, that is loud. Thank you for washing my balls.
What's La Mario?
No, not you. My alert audio. Technically, yes, my audio for you, not your audio. But basically, the audio I have you and my sound alerts tied to is up. So that alert sound was really loud in my ear.
You just imagine it. I was like really high. It's like, alright, folks, I'm taking over the stream. Enjoy the background noise of Bible Black being played.
Yes. Gotta lower the value. Ah. And let's bring that to 69.
And this
What's he doing?
is to go even further beyond.
A lot better. Probably gotta lower it a bit more to hear you through Goku's screaming, but I can have that if near full blast in my ear. Goku just went SS3 in my ear. Does that make me pregnant now? I also love when my Twitch page says I'm unstable, even though it always says that, so I never understand it anymore. That worries me, but at the same time, OBS is fine, but also at the same time, my voice Discord had an issue. So I don't know. Again, I just don't know if that means anything for people watching occasionally, because I know just because my stream is fine, I could be outputting too high. I don't know if that's a thing on Twitch that's telling me that is unstable in general. I don't know. People don't seem to ever really have a problem, but it's just that alone, if you were to look at it as a streamer, I think you would understand what I'm trying to say. Because I don't oftenly look at my page where, like, my main page where it shows my stream and my title where I could change it and all that, where it shows it's basically the manager. But it's the bitrate, it shows a line telling me my stream is unstable, while it's not. For one, I'm watching it right now, it's clear as day. It's a small thing that kind of procs me. I don't know why. I let dumb things get to me, but it does. And it's bothered me for a while. I just try not to think about it. I don't even know what celebi am I at now. Thank you for washing my balls. I hope you're well, Mercer. You don't have to be muted. You can join the chat and stay, actually. Don't be a stranger. You're the only Jared left now. It's alright, I like Mercer better than Supply anyway. Supply got on my nerves and his bitching was annoying. So I got another streak. Yeah! Streaks are when you run naked. I mean, watch me multiple times in a row. Definitely the first one, though. But yes. I really don't feel like... I feel like the stream streaks aren't really anything major besides just telling me that you're a viewer that enjoys my content. So I appreciate you for that. Not that I get you all the time, but I do appreciate you. And my regulars, though. Everyone who does, which for some reason I never see them proc it, considering people like Cloud are here every day. But other than that, it's fine. I appreciate it, though. Thank you. Any support is helpful. Especially considering you guys do somewhat help me get some extra money. And it's not necessary. Even the ads and the donations, the bits, all of it, none of it's necessary. But I definitely appreciate all the time you give me. And it's more surprise to me that I even make as much as I do consistently as I have. Considering YouTube. Not that I was ever expecting from the get-go to do that, but I definitely put the effort into it, so I appreciate all of you. It's a lot easier to be me outright on a live stream with no worries of having to edit and try to be entertaining more or less because I have nothing to talk about. I feel like it's easier because of the direct conversation. You guys definitely broke me out, though. More. Irving knows I was not this talkative ever.
Yeah.
Even with him. Like, he knows I barely talk to, like, my family in terms of, like, messaging my brothers and whatever. My dad would always have group posts to keep in contact. And I'd read it, but I would never actively post to my other brothers and that. Occasionally I would say, like, happy birthday or whatever, but I rarely, not that I don't care, it's just I don't generally talk to a lot of friends on Facebook, even from years ago. It's been, aside from Irving, I haven't seen my other close friends until I had to go back home in way more than 10 years because even before I moved, we never saw each other because they broke apart. We all moved away. So a lot of my friends I haven't seen almost maybe closer to 20 years,
Yeah.
15 at least. Like Alicia and them and Miranda especially.
Because
Like,
you
I
know
haven't
what it's
seen my
like,
friend.
last time I seen Alicia before the funeral was like I want to say like a few years back when Heather, Taylor's younger sister, won the big ass titties, still working at the corner cigarette store.
Yeah.
And like I bumped into Alicia, even like outside the store, but like that was like the last time I seen her.
I mean, I saw her when Anthony and me talked years ago, but that was like once. That was when I first found out she had a short hair. I was like, huh. But no. You were server muted. I'm sorry. You muted yourself. I don't recall ever muting you. I saw that you were muted. Also, it still shows the server mute. I don't know what happened though. I'm gonna unmute you. Apparently you wait. Why would you why would
I
I
don't know why I was server muted.
Huh? I didn't even know I did that.
I didn't know you. I don't know what the fuck.
That wasn't me. That couldn't have been me. I've never once clicked on someone's name and ever muted somebody. If I did, it definitely isn't going to be a server mute. It'll just bring their all I do is bring your volume up or down. That's it. So they'll mute.
What the fuck that was?
Here's the thing, Mercer. The only option in red I've ever done is ban and kick. I've never deafened or muted anybody or disconnected. At least in this, I've only had to, there was one time I think I had to disconnect. I think someone fell asleep in my Discord. I think Irving or someone did. I don't know. Was it you? Was it you? That was the only time I've ever booted somebody out of my call. Because I was getting off for the night. And yeah, that's right. You were still in there. I was like, what the fuck? Boom.
Even though it was a misunderstanding because at the time, remember, I dropped my phone in a mud puddle.
Yeah. See, now, that could have...
in the call, so I could continue to talk with you.
Well, I was getting off, but...
you misunderstood me as kicked me from the call, and then you didn't
That...
hear from me for a while until I got a new phone.
I don't remember that at all, but okay. That I could have server muted you then, if I did at all. I don't recall and why I would have done that. Hello, Cloud. It goes well. Also, Cloud, good news. My file, I found it. Well, not the one from that got erased. I found the one from yesterday, though. So the Japanese virtual memory card worked. I managed to back that up and bring another file that I downloaded over, and it worked. Here we are, collecting the celebi, finally. I think I may need to beat Ruby. I am not sure. However, I am at the end game of that. I just need to make it through fucking Victory Road. That is it, and beat the Elite 5. And I like saying that.
Elite 4.
I know it is, but it's Elite 4 and Champion. Technically, the Champion is still one of the Elite members, even though he's not of the Elite 4. So that's why I call it the Elite 5. I don't know if the Champion in a sense is the founder or what. I don't know if like Lance is like the original Cantonian founder for them, because he's young. But nonetheless, he's always been the champion. No, someone joined in. There's 4 now. Wolf?
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh god, no. Wait, no, it's Dragon and Johnny. Hello. Now it's 5 people.
Hello.
Hi.
PlayStation.
I thought it was...
Yeah, I know, I'm on PlayStation as well.
Hi, Mercer. What's up?
Called Going Online. I'm online on the GameCube. No, I'm not. But I'm on my Wii and streaming, so technically I'm on GameCube online. Giggity. I don't know. Don't mind me. I'm being stupid. I'm getting me celebi. Finally. But yes, it worked. I can get my Jap celebi.
2.
Smelliby. I don't even know what fucking number I'm at.
3.
32.
7.
4. Got that 4-piece combo, baby. Can we
All I hear is counting. Yes. 6-piece chicken nugget?
Ooh, can we make
Yep.
it a 6-piece nugget meal, dude?
Yep.
Let's make it 6-piece nugget meal. 6-piece nugget meal, baby.
Chicken
Let's
nugget.
go.
Well, I've heard enough of your clips, Cloud. No, I've heard that clip enough. Give me your 6-piece nugget, Cloud. Wait, that's dirty.
Kinky.
Yes. The Pokemon already escaped. Good job, Dragon.
I'm stupid.
I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe you should get that checked out. Yeah, so I don't know how I don't know when I muted you, Mercer, so sorry about that. Whenever that happened.
No idea. Shit happens.
Yes. So how does it feel to be the only Jared now? Better, right?
Really nice. Because the other one, man, was he fucking annoying.
Yeah, he did. Like, at first, for the first few years, it was fine, but as I really got to know him and his bitching, like, I put up, like, me and Irving
He
put
was
up,
also kind of fucking creepy.
he's once I started seeing that happen, like, it started, he was doing it always. It's just, like, whenever he had girls before, he had, like, this girl, Luna, and he'd always call them a whore, but I never knew the extent. He'd always bitch about, like, jobs and his parents bitching at him, and it's just, like, the one time I heard his dad literally tell him to get off his ass, I knew something was wrong. And then it just...
No, I understand why his dad told him to get off his ass. Anyways.
Literally, it was on my stream. It's somewhere on YouTube. On one of my videos. He literally told Supply to get off his lazy ass and get a job. Literally somewhat word for word. I don't remember if I had it muted, so I don't know, but either way. It definitely caught me off guard, so I don't know if I had time to really fully mute the whole thing. Because Irving can attest this, I was in and out of jobs, and I've never, like, straight up been bitched at. And my dad would. My dad probably be worse than Supplies if actually wanted to be. Because my dad almost kicked my ass when I was caught smoking.
Oh shit.
Oh, he would have. He would have if it was worse, like my brother's instance. But he would never, like, my dad would never harm us. But, like, he would have, if it was, like, if I was a real bad drug addict like my brother was getting with alcohol, he would have kicked me out too. I'm just saying, like, yeah, he's tried to scare me off smoking. He even made me smoke a cigarette through my nose, or inhale through my nose a cigarette once. His cigarettes. Because it was the scare tactic. He caught me smoking his cigarettes, so he forced me to chain smoke cigarette he forced me to fully smoke his cigarette right in front of his face. And he made me inhale through my nose, and, you know, the stupid shit everyone does when they're kids. Come on. My dad smoked. He did all that.
My mom didn't make me do that, but she caught me vaping when I was 10 years old, and I came back from living with my friend Brooke, and I was vaping.
See, I was underage stealing my dad's cigarettes.
What was I? I was 20.
You were 20, you just said. You were, yeah, you were
21 yet.
What? Yeah, I wasn't even 18.
Oh.
I didn't know vapes were a 21 year and up thing, but still, nonetheless, vapes weren't a thing really around when I was in high school. They were probably, just they weren't as nowhere near popular as they are.
No, there was no vapes then.
I didn't think they were. I didn't think there were, because I was in high school from 04 to 08. I don't think there were, but, like, nonetheless.
Yeah,
Stealing my dad's cigarettes, yeah. My dad... Here's the thing, though. My dad would never really harm us, but he's a hard ass. Because of his different values, he's religious, and he's been in the army. He's a tougher man, and he wants his kids to do well. I understand what he tried to do there.
Well, you are doing very well.
Oh, a lot better than I was. Like, back when I was living at home, I was in and out of work. I didn't have, like, every relationship I had failed. Every major one failed. Like, I'm just saying, like, I haven't been successful in that. Now I'm a lot doing better. I didn't want to date for a while to try and focus my life. make some money, see if someone comes my way. Tiffany and me happen. Best things are unplanned.
Like children.
Well, thank you.
An aid.
Because technically I'm unplanned, because my mom had a miscarriage before my brother. So my brother should have been in my position. Or I should have been my brother. One of the two.
Wait, you should have been your own brother?
That's deep.
Well, I have 3 older brothers and I'm the baby. It's because my mom had a miscarriage on the 3rd child, which is my brother, my current brother. So my current brother, or me would have been in this, either I would have been him, or he would have been in my position and I would have never been born.
That's not good.
So, in a
Walter.
sense, I'm an accident.
Whoopsie baby.
Also, here's the thing, my parents only went for so many children because they wanted 1 boy and 1 girl at least. Well, you know how, Irving knows how that went.
I was supposed to be Walter, not Johnny. But
Oh, my
mom didn't
dad
like-
my dad has an entire reason for naming me after Brett Maverick, a Texan black actor.
Like, my mom didn't like the name Walter.
No, my parents liked the name Brett because they watched a movie with an actor named Brett Maverick, and then we got a dog later who was shipped from Texas and was black, and we named him Maverick. And he had a brother named Beauregard, who's my current dog's name. You could see where I'm going with this.
Violet?
The irony I find when it comes to my name, because like, I know my mom apparently named me back in Mexico. She was watching a Japanese soap opera that was translated in Spanish, and there was an actor with the name of, you know, I know my name in English is Irving, but in Spanish is Irving. She gave me that name.
Kind of
Like,
adorable.
I think in general, it's like, I think apart from like here, I barely meet any other people with the name Irving.
I've never. Here's the funny thing. I remember before I met you, Anthony and everybody's like, yeah, we go to school with a guy named Irving. I'm like, huh, there's a guy named after the school? Because we have a school named Irving.
Yeah.
And this is when I was going to Pershing, like 3rd grade or whatever it was. But I was like, huh. And then I meet you 4th grade in fucking Ms. Bozick's class, the vocab class, or whatever, our English,
Oh
or...
yeah.
And you drew Dragon Ball Z pictures, and not only that, you were an artist, 2 of which things I loved. And the picture was vividly, I remember to this day, it's Frieza holding Vegeta up by his tail and punching him in the back, right before he shot him in the heart. That's what got me and him talking.
I just find it funny, like, what is it over here where we live? There's Irving School, Irving Park, Irving
Oh yeah,
Road.
so many Irvings.
You could be like, hey, you know what? All that Irving shit, yeah, I own that shit.
Like the one thing I find kind of fucked up too is like, kind of like my name. I don't think that it's that common in general. Cause I remember watching The Simpsons back like one of the 90 episodes, right? I vaguely remember what is it, Homer visiting like a graveyard at the beginning of the episode where the guy's like, yeah, you could also hire people to cry for you when you're dead. And I remember that walking by a girl crying, oh Hervey, oh Hervey. Damn, I thought you were dead. Then that one white guy with the name Irving in Resident Evil 5 that we fighting.
Oh wow, Ricardo Irving. Yeah, that's his last name though.
I will never forget also, what is it with our, was it grade school or middle school where we went to George William?
That's elementary school, yeah. That was grade school.
Yeah, that was grade school. We went to like, I think a college for like 3 days and 2 nights. And we went with another grade school in our area, in our suburb. And we went to Emerson, and the grade school we went to was Irving. And I remember when the principal of that school, he was there, and he found out my name was Irving, he would not leave me alone.
Oh my god, that's annoying. I had a horrendous time because while he's apologized to me, one of my freaking bunkmates was the guy who gave me the scar. And me and him didn't really have the greatest of friendship, even though we were sort of friends, aka also neighbors. So, yeah, I had a bad week there. I also didn't like it because it was cold as shit. I barely remember it, but I remember that vividly, like parts of it. I know Tony was my roommate. I also had Kevin Smith, if you know that, remember that name.
Yep.
No, not the actor. We went to school with a guy named Kevin Smith. Not the Kevin Smith. Not Silent Bob Kevin Smith. No, we did not go to school with Silent Bob, okay?
Fucking Mick Foley went to the Wrestling Academy here in New York.
Well, see, a lot of famous people will go to school together. That makes sense. But unfortunately, I don't live in any famous areas of Illinois, all right? At least not that I know
All
of.
I know is that our high school gave birth to that one band that did the Eye of the Tiger.
Did it really? That's interesting. See, that's a small-ass world right there. I mean, then again, we do have Chicago, which basically gave birth to a lot of popular people like Michael Jordan and fucking at the time, fucking, what's his, R. Kelly at the time. Fucking, and then Kanye West even. Like, there's a few people that came out of that were talented, and they went downhill.
The one thing that makes me proud, the Playboy magazine was born here in Chicago.
Wait, really?
Yeah, the very first printings of the Playboy magazine were made here in Chicago.
Okay, what the fuck is the cricket sound effects? Please don't do that again.
I think that's the soundboard built into the Discord chat.
Please don't do that again. Dragon, if that was you, we all know your history with soundboards.
Was not me.
Okay, it's for one, the chat wasn't quiet enough for cricket noise. Two, please don't do that because it startled the hell out of me. I'm sorry, I get very anal when I do get startled.
Anal?
Anal, yes. Do you not know the term anal, not the sexual term, but in terms of being mad or annoyed?
Oh, I thought that meant picky.
Well, yeah, I guess. I'm anal when it comes to certain foods, I guess. But in terms of... Look, words, okay? I like colorful words. And anal is a very colorful word, and I also like anal.
Sorry, I'm like 6 years old.
Are you?
No.
So should I or not be talking about anal with you?
No, I'm 26.
Thank you. Okay. I was gonna say you sound very, very. You have a very deep voice for a 6-year-old.
Thank you.
It's like it's what is it? Gold. Grandma, what big eyes you have? The wolf. It's like, what deep voice you have? What's? Are you a grandma now?
It's like, you ever see the movie The Bench Warmers?
I have years ago.
It's like that one scene with the pitcher that claims he's 12, but he's like 30.
Hmm.
Oh,
And he
Rodriguez.
flips him a 10.
Yeah.
Rodriguez.
Thank you for the Dark Souls scream. God damn you, Poke coupons. I have no idea where I'm at on this.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs?
No, Pokemon.
No! Man, people love washing my balls. That's literally what I imagine they do, besides heal your Pokemon, is they clean the Pokeball. Wash my balls.
Are you catching Selby or Selby getting away, or what's going on with this part?
I get Celebis from this disc event for every Shadow Pokemon in the first game completely purified. So 48 Celebi. That or 49. I know they give you one to your game, I think that was, and then the rest, like, I'll go for your Shadows.
So
And then I
each
think
time you do this part, you're getting Selby.
on the Colosseum, yes. I believe. Either that or it's sitting somewhere in a limbo in between, and one go because I read that one goes to my Colosseum and then one goes to the rest go to my games or whatever it was. I don't know if they all are going. Again, this is something new to me, but I am getting them. Eventually, this will stop because I've been in this menu before. I've never had celebi come out like this before, though. Like, it gives you a different message if you don't have a Colosseum file. And now I do because, well, for one, I made the virtual memory card, and my file from yesterday that I had saved worked because I saw the date, and then I backed that up so in case it fucked up, and then I actually loaded the save ISO file that I downloaded months ago, and it worked. And that has a completed file of every shadow. And seeing as I've beat the game and I've gotten everything, and I have technically 2 completed files in English that I've beaten before I moved, and then the one I did on stream, all I'm going after is celebi, and I bought a Japanese copy of memory card and the game, and I have the ruby, physical ruby, so I feel like I feel like it's justified at that point, without having to play it in Japanese too, just for this thing. Because I'm not going to be taking the Pokemon. I'm taking the Celebi, and that's it. If I want copies, which I will be probably needing, which will help for Fire Red Leaf Green for Colosseum's second, I'll probably just take them for my other file. But this should... But 48 Celebis, this should eventually stop after that. But I've never had this prior, because it gives you a different message.
Just one question. How do you know you're actually receiving the Celebis considering it's in Japanese?
Because I've seen someone do this, and this is what happened. I don't exactly know what I'm doing with it, and if it's going there now, but this is what was happening when I saw the YouTuber that I watched do this. Did this 48 million times, or however many, and I saw it go to his game, and then he eventually traded it. I don't remember too much, but this is exactly what happened. And again, I've been in this menu before, and this didn't happen. Ah!
Yeah.
It gave me an error. Or, I assume. But I've watched a few videos on this before. This is what happens. I just don't know how much I have left.
2,000.
Yes. Oops. Need to do that.
Thank you for agreeing with me.
I don't know.
Hey, Johnny, I think PSN might be working. I went to test internet connection. Now it's checking PlayStation Network sign in. So maybe it'll work.
It still says failed for me.
Damn it, you just jinxed it. Now it says failed.
Hopefully there won't be no issues when Monster Hunter comes out.
How about when Forza comes out?
And what comes out?
Forza. For PlayStation.
Say that again?
So what about Forza?
Oh, the racing game? I don't care. I don't really do racing games. Right there, I might have a small choco when Halo drops on the PS5.
I'm gonna be happy when Halo drops on the PS5.
No, I'm just laughing because of the Xbox fanboys always going like, oh, we're doing so much better, blah blah blah. We're Microsoft, we bought all these companies, but now they don't effing realize that Microsoft has to make money with all the money they wasted, fucking buying all these gaming companies, so they can't keep things exclusive. They have to sell another consoles to make up the money. Because they're not making out money off their fanboys. Because like these fuckers do not buy physical copies anymore. They just suck Game Pass's dick. Not realizing they're costing Microsoft money with that. Because they don't make much off the subscription.
Brett, is this actually a real Pokemon, a Flamingo?
Yes.
It's
I
one of the
mean,
newest
it wouldn't
Pokemon
appear.
that
It
come out.
wouldn't appear. It wouldn't appear if it wasn't.
Oh wait, sorry, Flamingo.
Are you surprised that there's a flamingo finally? Out of all the random crap that they've been doing over the years,
Well, it's better than Trubus. And
you're
the other
correct. It is better than a bag.
crap.
And ice cream as well.
Or Chime. Or
That-
Eve.
okay, look. Out of all the items that are more man-made-ish, like chimes and bells and whatnot, I find those are better than Klefki, a fucking living anchor ghost thing.
What the hell is that?
It's a ghost anchor. It's an anchor. It's a ghost type that's inhabiting an anchor. Like
You know
they
what's
have a
funny
lot.
about that, Brett?
What?
Brett, I gotta tell you
What?
this, you was hilarious by you mentioning that Pokemon. They're releasing it for the first time in Pokemon Go this month. It's gonna
Are they
drop
really?
down in 3-star rates, yeah.
Yeah, there's a Pokemon that's just an anchor. It's a ghost anchor. Like it's been in the ocean for a while. It's got seaweed all over it, moss or whatever. It just looks like a pirate anchor.
Oh, so like on Thor.
There's a lot of just there's a lot of your ghosts will inhabit living things too. Like there's the ghost tree.
And the sandcastle.
That is sand isn't living, but sure.
The sandcastle on this.
Well, the Pokemon,
Maybe
yes.
that.
But what I mean is okay, Phantump is a spirit of a child that died in the forest and became a Pokemon. It's a ghost inhabiting a tree.
Okay.
I'm just saying, Pokemon has a lot of weird shit, including people becoming Pokemon. Like, Kadabra was once a human person, just woke up as a Kadabra. Gen 3's Fire and Leaf Green Pokedex entry. I have no idea what the that means, but yeah.
Well, what about Hypno? And
I
Drowsy?
don't think they have a human-based birth kind of thing like Kadabra did. I think they're just Pokemon. They're weird tapirs. Anteater looking things. I don't know what the fuck Hypno is, but Drowsy looks more like an anteater tapir weird thing. The big long schnoz. And mouth. But yeah, what?
I said all the better to eat you with.
Yes. Indeed.
Agreed.
Indeed.
I knew something was up when Mercer was in here. And that means PSN's down.
This is just recycling now, or I need to have my game connected. I'm gonna try that. Does it look like they got a different message with it connected? I don't know. I don't know. That may have not have been doing anything, but still, that was different.
Don't hit me.
I wanna.
I updated my picture.
Yay.
Congratulations. Would you like a cookie?
No thanks,
Sometimes.
I'm on a diet. Just kidding.
Oh no.
What?
Zach, being weird. He keeps making these weird sounds when he sleeps.
I'm on the realms.
But guess what? You a bitch.
Want me to go to the Woodland Mansion?
No. Just wait for my fat ass to get there.
What are you getting on?
I'm attempting to.
I'll be right back.
Okay, have fun.
No. Actually, it's not working.
Yeah, I know it's not working. Brett, when did they ask for overtime?
Thursday, I think.
Honestly, it would be a day I was at work.
What's this do?
Ba-la-bum. Brett, why couldn't you get the English version of this?
Because that wouldn't work with the celebi thing.
So it's only Japanese?
Yeah, because English got Jirachi.
Which would you prefer, Selby or Jirachi?
Celebi. He's a lot more. He's a lot rarer. He's a lot rarer.
Really?
Jirachi's a lot given out a lot more. Well, here's the thing: we never got a lot of celebis. They finally gave us the original Gen 2 celebi in crystal on the eShop. Celebi's a lot more rare.
Oh. And the host has just left the room. Time to party. He's gonna get so pissed off when he gets back.
Cheerwell 1, 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 Owl 1.
Hey, Reaper,
Yeah.
what you doing?
Playing Dragon Quest since I can't do my online games at the moment on PlayStation.
Hey, Mercer, what you doing?
He's not gonna say shit, he's muted.
I'm Red Dead Redemption 2 because I can't play any of my online games.
What was that, Reaper?
I thought he was muted.
Yeah, he was, and he muted himself to talk. He still hears us. How long is the maintenance supposed to work? I mean, continue for?
They left. Oh wait.
What is
Hey,
it? Dragon
he,
Special Friend left.
Hmm.
Why do you got pick on my buddy like that?
Wait, what happened?
How's it picking? I mean, he is special, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, but you kind of don't just kind of say that though.
Like every time I'm in here, you always gotta make some kind of comment against him, and it's kind of getting annoying right now.
Yeah, you don't.
I was being against him by just saying he's special.
Because that's not a choice thing. Some like it may affect him. Some people are worse than others on a certain degree. Some people have to be watched. T, for instance, has to be more closely regarded. Supply was on heavy. He himself is on the high spectrum, autism spectrum. Like, there's different varying degrees of autism and or mental retardation. It's not something that people like to hear, especially if they have a disability in learning, because it can really impact them. I'm not saying it was rude or not. I don't know what happened, what was said. It's gonna be out there. Irving is upfront, and that's just how he is. You kinda either learn to just get along with it or what.
Like his special friend left, and he's getting his panties in a twist.
See, I don't know what happened to cause him to leave, but I'm just saying in general that there's not. It is a hurtful thing. Not everyone wants to be. That you calling him special while not straight up outright to a person who is, that's the same as calling them retarded. In a sense. But, like, I know how you are. You don't mean anything by it. But coming off when someone who is, for not knowing you, just like how you took Dragon's Chihuahua comment, which is totally not the same thing, but it's kind of like that.
It's not like
Because
I'm trying to make fun of him.
oh, I'm not saying you are. That's why I'm saying don't try not to take too offense. It's Irving. He doesn't mean anything by it. It's just how he talks. Like, I know to a lot of people it's gonna come off harsh or whatever. But he's not. I don't know. I don't want any drama. That's all I want. Still connected to Hollow in my game. But that guy, see. Okay. I'm trying to watch videos and see what other people have done. This guy got a different fucking thing in this menu, and it brought him to the trading thing, so that's different. However, even though what I'm getting is something I haven't seen yet. Well, I haven't seen it myself, so it's doing something different, but he's getting direct trade. I don't know why. I don't know exactly. Is he in the same menu I am? So I don't know what different thing he did. Click the menu and he fucking talked to the guy, and then it said something about 46 celebis. That's all the only thing I can make out, and then hit yes, and then it booted him into the trade menu. I'm not getting that. Even now with it connected. I don't know what option that is, but I have it connected. I did send something, I think. There was some, this menu has something for GBA. I don't know what it did, but it did something. I guess I could check. I don't want to. Here's the thing: my Wii is annoying to reload different games with. That's the problem. I could check to see if it's on Colosseum or if it's on my other game.
If you're getting all these selfies, where are they going to? Where are they being stored at?
Well, I thought they were going on to Holo, and then I traded them to my game. I didn't really know how it worked. I just seen it done, and I don't remember exactly how. Because the guy I watched, he edits a lot. I don't really remember too much, but I know he did it. Again, my mind is foggy. Sorry. You know, I don't make sense. I'm not making sense with this, but essentially, this is working because I haven't seen this. Every other time I've done it, it was a different. I got an error. So hopefully, I'm getting something. I don't know, but I'm gonna also check Kahlo now. But there might be something that is preventing me from getting it. I don't know. But if there, I gotta probably find a better video that actually shows more of what's happening. Because he kind of goes into the menu and just has the game start into the trade. I don't see what happened. His game got celebi. I don't know if that kicks off because his game is beat and mine's not. I don't know. I hope everyone's well though. I should have watched more on doing this than rushing Reddit. And it was months ago when I watched it anyway, or longer than that, maybe several months ago, sometime in 2024.
Huh. It looks like Dragon Quest 3 is sexist.
Why?
I picked the male avatar, but it seems like the best equipment are for the female characters. So I'm looking at the guy because I'm trying to get. Because you know how like your fucking Pokemon you can walk around tapping A to get like hidden items. So I'm looking at a guy to like find all stuff hidden around the beginning of the game. And
Yeah.
I'm getting to the point where I had to instead of having like what is it characters you meet throughout the game and join your party, you pretty much create your own party. And like, oh, you want female, you want this personality. So the females get the best equipment in the game.
Yeah. Okay, so nothing happened there. I don't know if I probably need to beat the game. I don't know. I hit the fucking one option that said trade a GBA. I don't know what that did me. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna try. I don't know how to look all that up, but so far nada. I feel like I'm close though. I just gotta fucking find a video on exactly what happens. The guy loads up the thing. It doesn't appear to be the same disc that I was using, though, because I used the expanded one, which I don't think matters, because I was getting... The other one froze. Then he goes into the fucking thing with the celebi menu, where the guy hands out celebi or whatever, and then he's fucking... Trade. I just don't get
So
it.
just out of curiosity, was the GameCube the first ever console to use disc?
No. PlayStation 1.
Oh.
Did I? Well, PlayStation 1 was the first console I had that used disc. No. Sega Game Gear, or not Game Gear, Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, sorry. Sega Saturn. I'm mixing up all my Sega systems. Sega Saturn had discs. That's another console I own. Dreamcast had discs. That's another console I own. PS1 had discs.
Atari had a disc drive.
It did? I never had an Atari. I never had. I grew up on NES, basically, and up. I didn't have anything like Commodore, none of that. I didn't have the Atari. My oldest brothers probably did. But by the time I was born, 89 and on, like, I had their NES and stuff like that. And grew up with the Super.
Y'all are older than me.
Yes.
Yeah, because freaking, like, I think my mom had an Atari, and I think had cartridges to use, but the only game they had was just Pong.
Yeah. I'm sure my parents.
Wasn't even the first video game.
I'm sure my brothers and parents had them because I've seen old fucking electronics that my parents used to have, like a rotary phone and a fucking typewriter. And also, my parents have records. So I'm assuming we most likely had an Atari at some point.
Cause I know there's like what certain like old school consoles. Cause like what is it back then? What is the 80s, 70s, and early 90s? Companies are making consoles left and right. And I'm sure there's a couple that we don't know about that use CDs.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one
Yeah.
fucking console that had the that god awful Zelda game. I can't remember what it's called where you play as Zelda. The cutscenes were terrible.
Oh, the CDIs, the Philips CDI.
Yeah, there we go. Like I know, like that one, of course, was CD. And there's I think a couple like prototype consoles in Japan that use CDs. Kind of how like there was that one prototype N64/PS1 that took CDs and cartridge.
Of course, we all know these. The Vita, the PSP, Vita, PS, PS2, 3, 4, 5, Xbox, Dreamcast, GameCube, Sega CD, Wii U are all discs. Yeah, Sega Saturn as well. Not just Sega CD. I didn't have Sega CD, I had the Sega Saturn. And Dreamcast. Both of those are discs.
I do miss though how what is it back in the PS1 the disc had the black on the bottom. Had like the what was it, like the black painting, whatever it was.
Why was it black on the bottom? I also had some PS2 discs that had
the Saturn had cartridge slots, but it was disc. All my games on the Sega Saturn were discs, because that's how I played games like Virtual Fighter, Virtual Cop. Those are all discs. Sega Dreamcast, I know I played stuff like House of the Dead. The House of the Dead.
I beat House of the Dead 3 on the PlayStation 3.
Phantasy Star. Episode 1 and 2, back in the day. Whatever else I don't remember. I know Sega Sonic Adventure. Not that I care about that.
Because I do know that what is it, Sony pretty much jump started the consoles into more advanced tech. I can't remember what the PS1 discs were made of, but I know the PS2 were like what DVD discs. And I think that was like a first, considering I think also Sony patented the whole DVD feature. And they did the same thing with the PS3 and the Blu-ray disc. Cause I think what the 360 was high def disc.
Why does that take him to the trade menu? And then something about GBA, and then he goes over to the fucking counter and does what? Talks to a guy. I think he's talking about celebi, and then he clicks the GBA trade option there. I think that's how you receive it. Or something. But what's the point of him going? Why does the guy take him into the menu that I wasn't getting to trade if that menu is for trading? I'm very confused. I don't make sense. I know. But no, the Sega Saturn had cartridge slots, but I never had any cartridges. The only expanded thing I had was the Sonic and Knuckles. That I can recall off the top of my head. Sega wasn't really my cup of tea. Phantasy Star just became my favorite game because that was a fun RPG that me and my friends played throughout most of our early years. All the way from Dreamcast to Xbox original. And I just continued playing it. Fell in love with it. And then played the Phantasy Star franchise ever since, and then got into and beat the first two, and then started the third one, just never beat it. Or wait, no, I did. Yeah, I beat the first three. Sorry, there's four of them. I beat the first three. I forgot they made four Fantasy Stars. And then there's the card one. Ugh, I should try that on stream. It's been a long time since I played Battle Revolution. Card Battle Rebel or whatever. I don't even know why they turned Phantasy Star into a tactical styled card based RPG. It was really weird. Alright. Expanded bonus disc. See, bonus disc English, these, if I loaded these, it'd be Jirachi. And then these are celebi. So we didn't get celebi. And what I was gonna say is, like, Jirachi had that disc event. I don't know of any other event for Jirachi that early on till Gen 4. But Celebi wasn't the only Celebis that I ever got was the Heart Gold Celebi. Off the top of my head, besides the Crystal one that I played because of the eShop. Jirachi I've had several of over the years. I've forgotten which many events, but he's given out more than Celebi was. At least from what I can tell. And then there's this Celebi specifically is the only way to get Gen 3 Celebi that I'm aware of. Which is why it's sought after. Luckily for me, I only had to pay $200 for the damn disc. Even though I'm not running it. Because I don't think my Wii would allow me to trade through due to the fact that the other loader doesn't seem to have that functionality. I really have no idea. See, you're not giving me an option to trade unless I have to run the Celebis out. I don't know. Because I'm not getting that. I'm trying to find that exact. So it's been a few months. Wait. I just got music. Hold on. What was that? That was different. That was the dun 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 sound effect. Oh, wait. I see number. Okay. I finally ran it out. Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is gonna take forever.
About time, yeah. Well, I wasn't. Did you disconnect, or did it just not want to connect? Please tell me it's just because I laid it down. Yeah, finally,
Wait,
right?
Was it not connected earlier?
It was. It was, yes. Just I had to run the Celebis out before he gave me the option to connect, like, through his menu, and it just disconnected because I think I had it laying down. Yep. No? Okay, I think my game needs to be beat then. Alright. Hold on. I'm gonna do my stretches. I have to make some trades to my Seth on my Ruby from my main game because the Ruby that I got doesn't have exactly the best of Pokemon. And then I have to surf and go through Victory Road. And then beat the Elite 5,000 million. So it's gonna be a bit before Smellebi. But I'm getting Smellebi. And I'm gonna smell them. It's gonna smell like assberries. Ooh, that was my elbow. Ooh, that was my other elbow. Ooh, that was my third elbow and my dick bow. It's Poke Catch and Ultra Ball. You want to catch an Ultra Ball? Oh, war. I need throat liquid. No. Racist.
I'm bringing you back into my game. I'm gonna make you the female monk.
Wait, I need it. Trade. So my other game needs to come out, or this needs to come off. And go on charge. That's not the right game. I want Sapphire. And I need to put you, my friend, my Game Boy Advance SP on charge so you don't die mid-trade. I wish I could show it. I seriously wish I could show this. Where's my cable? Yeah, you're bad.
Brett, you are now a female monk in my game.
Alright.